Hey guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I am doing Comic Uno episode 186, and that's show where I review all the comics I read this week in one show. So we go worst pick of the week to best pick of the week and everything in between. Sorry I have not had an episode in 2 weeks. I was really sick, so I was not able to do those episodes, but I am back, but with a kind of shorter haul this week, only 9 books. But let's get started and see what books I really enjoyed. So number 9, worst pick of the week this week was Infamous Iron Man issue 6, where I don't really know why I'm still picking up this book, but I feel like it's still important to the overall Marvel Universe, so that's why I've been picking it up, even though I will say at the end of the issue, it gets me interested to at least read the next issue. But with this issue, we get to see a cool opening with Dr. Doom, you know, Victor and Reed just kind of showing their butting heads even before they were super villains and superheroes. Then the middle really gets boring with just a random fight, which I did not care about. And then you have this weird relationship between, I guess, Ultimate Reed and Dr. Doom's mother. That was a bit strange, but I like the ending where we get to see Riri is going to go up against Dr. Doom. I'm excited for that. I think we've been waiting for a while for that one. So overall, it's not a horrible issue, but still not really loving this series. So I gave this issue 2.5 stars. I don't know how long I'm gonna keep this one on my pull list, but it was a really small week, so that's why I ended up picking up Infamous Iron Man. So that was number 9. Now moving on to number 8, not a bad issue at all. Again, it's just a small week, so that's why it's this low. But Outcast, issue 26, I like the issue. It just was a bit slower than what we are used to with Outcast, or in the recent issues we've been used to, because there was a time where this book was really slow. But we get to see our main character and his father finally interact with each other, and we learn a little bit more about the Outcasts, of them being this light in this darkness, and that's kind of it. I like that we get to see our main character and his wife interacting a bit more. Really love the family stuff. That's definitely the best aspect of Outcast. So overall, like I said, not a bad issue. There's definitely some interesting scenes in the issue I think is worth picking up. It's just a bit slower than what we've been getting from Outcast. So overall, Outcast issue 26 gets 3.5 stars. Moving on to number 7, which is Jughead The Hunger, issue 1. Which I was pleasantly surprised with this book. I did not expect to like it as much as I did. Even the opening, I'm like, oh, you know, I'm not really that interested in it. But then as we get towards the end, it becomes like a Buffy the Vampire Slayer with werewolves story. Because we learn that Jughead's family is like part of this whole werewolf line, and Betty became friends with this group, you know, with the group, because she is a werewolf hunter. And it was so much fun, this issue, as we get towards the end of it. And of course it's like this gritty horror type storyline, and the artwork kind of fits that too. And by the end, there's definitely an open ending where you're like, maybe they'll do more of this and give us a regular series for Jughead The Hunger. I guess they're just trying to see what people like from these one-shots before they announce if they're going to have a mini-series or ongoing series for this. But I really liked it. I was so surprised, and I liked how they utilized the characters and mythology. And I love that Betty is a werewolf hunter. I thought that was so cool. So overall, I gave this issue 4 stars. I was pleasantly surprised by it, and I hope we get to see more from this story and this mythos of Archie / Jughead The Hunger. Moving on to number... Oh, and one of them fell. Hold on. I fell again. Alright, hold on, guys. There we go. It fell, it's a piece of paper, and it fell so pretty onto the ground. Anyways, number 6, which is Reggie and Me, issue 4. Another Archie book that I'm really enjoying. And I just saw that this is the penultimate issue of this book, which really saddens me, because I really love this run with Reggie, and I love seeing Tom DeFalco writing a series. But hopefully we'll get to see Tom DeFalco maybe write another Archie series in the future. But this issue is really good because we get to see the aftermath of Reggie trying to trick people, where he steals Archie's phone and makes it seem like Archie's this person who's been dating all these, you know, this player, and also wanting to steal Midge. And by the end, Moose does something unexpected, because like, oh, well, you know, if Midge loves you, Archie, then alright, I'm happy. And Reggie did not expect that one. Reggie obviously expected Moose to beat up on Archie, and he ends up not doing that. But then everyone finds out it was Reggie, and of course Betty is just like blowing bubbles and like, I knew the whole time. So Reggie and Betty have a very interesting dynamic in this book. But it's also obviously about Vader. It's about Reggie's dog, and him seeing Reggie's true colors, and Reggie kind of pushing him away, and in the end you get this really sad cliffhanger where Vader might be run over by a car. So Reggie was pushing his friend away so much that he might lose his friend. Very emotional ending there, which I'm looking forward to seeing how that ends with issue 5. I'm sure with another emotional issue. So I really like this. I love the voices Tom DeFalco gives these characters, and, you know, showing how and why Reggie's the villain of Riverdale, but at the same time, he's a villain with, you know, with different colors. He's a villain of gray. You understand why he's the villain. You know, you learn why he's the villain of the story. So Reggie and Me, issue 4 overall, gets 4 stars. Really love this book, and sad to see it ending soon. Alright, moving on to number 5, which is Joyride, issue 11, which is also a book that's ending, which I'm very upset about. This is the penultimate issue of Joyride, and I actually reread all of Joyride before reading this, just because I really like this book a lot. And with this issue, we see our group finally go back to Earth, and see how much it's changed since they've been gone. And obviously their friendships and their bond together kind of helps them figure out how to defeat Katrin's father. And it also looks like her father might have died in the end of the issue, so Katrin's like, oh my god, that's my dad, even though he's done some bad stuff, he's still my dad. And then of course they compare Uma's background and Katrin's background, which I thought was cool. Overall, it's a really well done character issue and a good penultimate issue to a series that I think a lot more people should have been reading. So Joyride issue 11 gets 4 stars, and that is number 5 for me. Moving on to number 4, which I think a lot of people are going to be shocked how low this is, but at the same time, all these books are 4.5 stars, so this is just like really hard for me to pick the order of this. But number 4 is X-Men Prime, issue 1, which I really liked. You know, as a Kitty Pryde fan, this was a love letter to Kitty Pryde, and it makes total sense why she would be leading this future of the X-Men, because she was the youngest of the X-Men, so it's kind of cool to see her grown up now, because she's one of the characters in comics that actually did grow up, and seeing her lead this X-Men team that obviously she cares about, and leading it with the friends she has. And I like that it's going back to the background of the X-Men. It's about the human element of the X-Men, the character development, not just like, oh, let's fight each other and have a big event. It's not about that. It's about them looking towards the future. It's about them being heroes and trying to interact with humans even if humans don't like them. That was always the point of the X-Men. So it was nice to see that. The reason this is not higher than I wanted it to be is because of the artwork. There's times where it's inconsistent, even like when Kitty's given this awesome speech, she doesn't have a face during one of the scenes. So there definitely could have been more detail in the artwork. That was definitely one of my gripes. But overall, the issue was done well. I think it introduced Weapon X well, introduced X-Men Gold, and of course X-Men Blue too. But mostly X-Men Gold. That's what they were doing mostly in this issue. But overall, if you're a Kitty fan, it's a must-buy. Like I am. I loved a lot of the scenes, which I go a little bit more in depth with my in-depth review, which go check out on my channel. But yeah, X-Men Prime issue 1 gets 4.5 stars, and I'm hoping the artwork will improve with X-Men Gold, though. Moving on to number 3. Number 3 is Batgirl Annual, issue 1. And I had a blast with this. The first story is Supergirl and Batgirl teaming up, which is a prelude to what's to come in 2 months in Supergirl, which I feel like, why are you telling this story if it's not going to continue until May? That's, you know, a little while to wait. So I thought that was strange. When I looked it up, I thought it was the next issue of Supergirl, but it's going to be not the next issue, but the issue after, so we have to wait a little bit. But still loved the story. It was playful and fun. And it's just kind of cool to see these two characters interact, and Barbara kind of have this big sister role with Kara. And then the second story is between Alyssa and Barbara, where Alyssa kind of joins in a mission with Barbara as Batgirl without knowing she's on a mission with Batgirl. So you see Barbara defeating her villain as Barbara Gordon, and it's so cool because Alyssa's like, I didn't know you were a ninja. So it's those fun type of secret identity trope-ness that you get in this issue, but it's so much fun. So both stories have to do with friendship, and they both work. And what I liked about this is that the second story is just a fun story, you know? And the first story actually progresses the story somewhere, and I love that about an annual. If you're going to do 2 stories, I think that's the perfect way to do it. Because an annual should either be, you know, fun stories that you would usually not get in the regular title, or something that really big that you need a bigger sized issue to tell the story. And I feel like the Batgirl Annual did both of that, so I like that idea. So Batgirl issue 1, Annual gets 4.5 stars, and that is number 3. So now we're moving on to number 2, which is Titans Annual issue 1. I was pleasantly surprised by this issue, where we get to see the proteges and the mentors teaming up with each other, but not trusting each other, and you kind of see you know, the aftermath of the New 52 in a lot of ways here, of like them not trusting each other. But the big moment of the issues with Donna, where Diana throughout the whole issue does not trust Donna, or is pretending not to trust her, and, sorry, so we get to see, in the end, Diana reveals to Donna, hey, you know, you were made from clay, and we gave you all those memories, so you're not actually human. So it's interesting because Donna's like, what? These are all fake memories. So it mixes her memories, obviously, from the pre-New 52 with her origins of the New 52, which I was shocked by. I didn't expect them to use the Meredith Finch origins, which I did like a lot. So I was surprised by it, but at least now we have a concrete origin because, you know, Donna Troy has, like, a lot of origins. They are very complicated, which we would have just had to play a guessing game. So it's nice that it was confirmed that it is still the New 52 Donna, but still with a mixture of everything we know from Donna in the past. So I love that. I thought it was really emotional, the way the artist drew it, the way, obviously, the writer wrote it, and how Donna's friends reacted to it. So I really enjoyed this issue for a Donna Troy issue, but also as just a mentor/protege issue, seeing the different dynamics between these characters. It's just a lot of fun. But also, it actually progresses the story of DC Rebirth, because we unravel the mystery a little bit in the end, where we get to see this door, our villain is talking to somebody. Who is that person? It looks like Titans is going to explore that. So it looks like if you want more of the mystery of DC Rebirth, read Titans, which I'm not surprised by, because that, you know, Titans kind of started it all with Wally, which was obviously the one-shot of DC Rebirth about a year ago. So overall, the annual for Titans gets 4.5 stars. I was really surprised by it. I liked it a lot, so that was my number 2. Alright, now we're moving on to number 1. And that is Spider-Woman, issue 17, the last issue of Dennis Hopeless' run on Jessica Drew. I loved Hopeless's run on this character. It was definitely my favorite Jessica Drew story ever. I always felt like it was harder to connect to Jessica Drew because she was either a super spy or she was part of the Avengers. They never really knew what to do with her outside of that. So it was nice to kind of just get this story for Jessica. And this was very much a celebration of the character, a celebration of this run, where we get to see Jessica hanging out with her superhero friends, but her superhero friends are judging Roger. And Jessica's like, I don't care if you judge him. He's the best thing that's happened to me. And we see, at the same time, Roger's running around the apartment because Jerry has inherited his mom's abilities. So now it's the superhero community, Roger and Jessica all trying to save Jerry. And there's a lot of cute moments there. And then, of course, the superhero community is like, I kind of see why you would like this guy. So I enjoyed the hell out of it. It was fun. It was funny. It was emotional. It was everything you want from the ending of Spider-Woman, because it was such a great character driven series, and one of the best Marvel series out right now. And one of the best series I was reading currently, but sadly is over. But I really enjoyed it. So let me know in the comments below, though. That was my number 1. Let me know what was your worst pick of the week, your best pick of the week, and everything in between. I gave Spider-Woman 4.5 stars. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno, Comic Frontline. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also, the description below, there are links for my comic book, Like Father, Like Daughter. And don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father, Like Daughter. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.